Hey everybody, welcome to we're going to be recapping the latest episode of The Bachelor from season 27, episode 7, so let's get right into it. But before we do, please don't forget to like and subscribe so that you won't miss any further videos that I post. So everyone now is in Hungary, and this week is like make or break because it's the week before hometown. So it's really one of the most important weeks that we have gone to this point. So the girls there have all already gone on a one-on-one date with him, so whoever goes on these two one-on-ones are going to be going for a second time. It's kind of hard to know who Zach likes at this point because he has had a lot of great connections, but Katie gets the first one-on-one this week, which is, there's an undeniable connection between them. He really likes her. So her and Zach go and explore the city, and they have a lot of fun. They even write each other little poems on a typewriter. A lot of what may seem like corny things, but it's really good for them to get to know each other. Back in the hotel, the card for the group date comes, and the one left out is Brooklyn, meaning that she will have the second one-on-one, which as of last week, we have established that I don't like her. The girls are happy for her, but they of course wish that it was them who got the date. Kat in particular cries a lot. Not for nothing, but I really like Kat, and if I were Zach, she would be like hands down my pick. I would go like Crawley style and say, nope, stop the filming, stop the camera, she's the one. But this isn't about me. And it's later in the day, and the date with Zach and Katie continues. She says that pretty much all that she wants in a man is like embodied by Zach, but she's scared of being let down. But she realizes that if she gets this rose tonight, he's going to be meeting her family. So they begin to talk, and Zach asks her, what does she want? And she says that she wants a family, of course, and a man who is going to make her feel safe, and a man that's going to love her. And honestly, that seems to be him. So she wants this more than anything. She was very nervous, but she tells him who he will be meeting if he does meet her family, and after talking some more, she indeed gets the rose. So Katie will be going to hometowns. Anyway, guess who's back? Greer. But we're going to be seeing a little bit more of her throughout the episode. But it's time for the group date. They're going to a theater. So they have two chairs facing each other, and Zach is sitting in one of them, and then they're going to be rotating through who's going to sit in the other one. And there's like some sort of magician guy doing like some sort of like live lie detector test, something like kind of like a Hollywood medium type of thing, not my thing. And a lot of them get really emotional, like Charity. They start sharing very personal things, and most of them end up crying because of the things that they're saying, and they don't want those things to be misinterpreted by Zach. But overall, this was a horrible group date. And later on the day, they all get dressed up, but the mood is still horrible from earlier in the day. So he starts to talk with them individually. With Ariel, it goes great. They crack each other up. They even kiss. Charity's turn, and she tells him that even though she has baggage from her previous relationship, and she did share that earlier, she doesn't want him to think that she's not ready for him. And even if she does get heartbroken in this process, is a risk that she's willing to take for him. When he talks to Kat, though, the fact that, she thought about leaving, she did share that earlier. And I knew that it probably wouldn't turn out great to have this conversation because we know how Zach has been reacted lately. And she cries and tells him that these 2 weeks have been very hard, but it's because of the strong feelings that she has for him. That's why she's been struggling. And he says that he takes an engagement very seriously, so he does want her to know that. But the group date goes to Gabby. So she is the second one who will be going to hometowns. So Kat is really sad about this, and it makes her feel like she's not wanted, and that sucks. So it's a new day, And Greer, who I mentioned earlier, is now negative and is going to go see Zach. She's very excited. They talk a little bit about what happened, kind of catching up. But she's trying to connect with him and sort of like pick up where she left. But unfortunately, there's been too much of a disconnect at this point. I mean, even before she left, they were not really in the best spot. So now, like, having a week of not seeing her, it's just too late. So he tells her that it's time for her to go. She's very upset, but she wishes him all the luck in the world, thanks him for the time she spent, and she is sent home. But it is time for Brooklyn's date. Like I said, the way she treated Kat last week, I'm really looking at her through like tainted lenses. But the day begins, they're bike riding, they go on a hot air balloon, that's kind of cool, and they go to the pool. And it's later in the day, and they're talking about her family and whatnot. And then she says something about her dad not being there and her grandpa. And that triggers something in him, and he has to like get up and leave to catch some air outside. But apparently, like, this came out of left field. He said he didn't love her, and he sends her home. It was just so unexpected. I just didn't see it coming. So she leaves and she's heartbroken, but I'm sure we will be seeing her in paradise. They get her luggage from the hotel and all the girls are shocked. So we skip to the rose ceremony. There's only 2 roses in this ceremony. The first one going to Ariel, not a surprise at all. And the last one going to Charity. So yes, that means Kat did not receive a rose, which was devastating for her. I felt so bad. I think that Zach was dumb for doing that. Kat, if you're listening, I mean, call me. I won't do you like Zach did. I mean, whatever, it's worth a shot. So Zach takes her out and simply she asks why. He says, we started great, but something changed after the Bahamas that made me not see a future for us. And she, in tears, says that she pushed so hard because she did see a future. And she says that let it be known that she tried. But he says the worst thing possible in that moment. He says, it's not you, it's me. But she leaves. Do you guys think she'll maybe be the next Bachelorette? I mean, it's a possibility. He starts crying, I guess, and Jesse goes and gives him a big hug to comfort him. And that was the end of the episode. Next week is going to be hometowns, and it's going to be like a double night thing. It'll be a Monday and Tuesday. Monday will be the hometowns, and then Tuesday will be the women tell all. So that's going to be really, really interesting. And then the week after will be fantasy suites. So this season is like coming to a close. Like I said, hometowns, pretty much make or break as well. So I can't wait for that. But you guys, let me know, what did you think about Brooklyn, Greer, and Kat being sent home this episode? Do you think it was fair? Do you see it? And if you had to put money on it right this second, who do you think Zach's going to end up with? I'm going to go ahead and say I think he's going to end up with Katie, but that's just my guess as of now. Like I said, let me know all your thoughts of this episode in the comments, and I'll catch you guys later. Y'all have a great one. Bye.